Anyways,
You ready?
I'm born ready.
Hello and welcome back to Coach's Corner. It's the first Coach's Corner of the spring 2023 semester. New year, new teams. We're back at it again. I'm excited. A lot of our teams are the best that they've ever looked. The program as a whole is 100% the best it's ever looked. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited moving forward. Let's go ahead and talk about your stuff first.
Myself, so start of semester. It is also my last semester for undergrad. I know you're gonna cry when I leave.
Yes.
It's gonna be traumatic. I'm trying to go back for my master's, but we'll see. I still have to get accepted in the program, and that's still a long way away. This is just the beginning of the semester. But as of right now, this is my last semester. I am graduating this semester, so
Good. That is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Graduation is good. All of you at home should be looking to graduate as well. On the other hand, I definitely need you to stick around. So the longer that you're here for me, the better everything
it's
goes.
nice to feel needed.
Yes.
Just wish that my paycheck.
Hey, graduate, get the paper, get paid more,
Absolutely.
continue to work
There
for
you
us.
go.
That's my plan. I don't know if that's his plan.
That's
but
my plan as well. Don't worry. All right. So with the start of this new semester, our practice room is opened up.
The practice facility
So-
has been amazing. The kids have started using it since before even day one of the semester. So the minute that they started moving back on campus, they're like, hey, can we get in that space? We've got a 10-computer lab over in Bond Hall. It's open 24/7 to students on campus. The esports students have been in there constantly, which has been fantastic. Once we get up and rolling for this semester, it'll be a lot less time in there for scrims because all of our matches have to be played out of that facility. And we got matches at least 5 days a week, if not 6, depending on the week. So it's going to be quite busy. And we're already scheduling stuff on top of stuff. But we've got a whole calendar built out. So if you're a team leader, go ahead and you can reserve space for your scrims. In the team leader channel, you'll see the message there. If you just want to take a look at the calendar to see if somebody has it reserved or what that's going on, head to it's the Bond Hall schedule. There's the channel in Discord to take a look at the schedule, see who has it reserved.
Yeah, and try and be respectful. If someone actually has it booked out, please don't show up.
Correct.
We've had the good and the bad. Like obviously, like we talked about, it's been busy, it's been packed, it's been great. We tried to have our league scrims in there, and we already were sharing it with another team, and some other people showed up because they didn't check the schedule, and ended up getting very loud to the where the league team couldn't really hear each other because half of us were in Bond Hall, the other half weren't. And the people who were in Bond Hall couldn't hear each other or the comms, and then no one could hear anybody from Bond Hall. It was to the point where I was like turning around and like looking at my players and trying to read their lips and stuff. I'm like, look at me, I need you, I need you to look at me so I can hear you, kind of things.
The nice part about all of this is it's only for one semester, right?
Correct.
We have the new building, the Center for Virtual Learning, coming up during the summer, so we should be in there and roll into this practice facility. We'll be mostly just for practice and the future, and we won't have to contend with the match schedules as well. But getting through this semester is going to be definitely a challenge, but everybody that I've talked to has been beyond excited to be in there. I've had kids say the room buff is real. Like they're playing better, they're feeling better. They're like, it's more fun to pop off in here and
Absolutely.
knocks everybody else than it is to just pop off in my room in the dark. So
Yeah, I mean, even just speaking for like on League's behalf, like League, you get 6 ping inside the arena, which is like half or almost like a third of what your normal ping is.
yeah.
So, which, granted 12 ping and 15 ping really isn't a massive difference, but it's still like 6 ping and it just feels amazing.
Yes.
So, that's awesome. We're having a lot of fun playing and practicing in there. Just, we have 80 plus students on rostered teams, and
Yep.
it's very difficult for all of us to share 10 computers.
Yes.
So,
We are finalizing the actual roster numbers by the end of the week. So on Friday, everyone will have completed their tryouts and be registered for NACE and or the other leagues that they're choosing to participate in as well. So we're pretty excited for that. Getting ready for our first stream is tonight, actually Monday night.
yeah.
Valorant has best of ones at 9 o'clock and at 10:30. So, and we've
Gonna
got
be a late
Rocket League
night.
tryouts right before that. So it's going to be a long day, that's for sure.
Yes. I mean, so we kind of briefly skipped over it. Tryouts. Do you want to talk about how your Overwatch tryouts went?
Overwatch tryouts went swimmingly. Was actually quite surprised by a couple of the players, how they performed, really outperforming their general rank. And everybody's improved. All of our players. There have been players who've been playing on, up back and forth between the gold teams and the crimson teams. Really grinded it out. It was a really tough decision to make to lock in the top 6. And it feels rough because we had 2 players who are on the gold team now who have been putting in a ton of work and have significantly improved from their previous position. We just had new players come in that were just edged them out by enough that I had to make that call. But I'm excited to see as we continue to grow, as the time continues to go on, how everyone continues to improve. So even this gold team now is the closest they've ever been to the Crimson roster, and this is the best Crimson roster we've had since our Miracle on Ice roster, 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm very excited for how this team's going to perform this semester and how they're ready for that. How about your league tryouts?
I mean, so just going back, it's hard when you see that improvement, you see how much work they're putting in, and you want to give them that chance, but you just can't justify it.
Correct.
Just hey, this person's masters, this person climbed from silver to diamonds,
Yes.
but
You're
also this
still
person
just
is
there.
masters.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully you can give them a chance to sub for a game or two or see what
Correct.
happens. And
Well, we have the gold team up and running, and the gold team's going to be really solid this year, so I'm expecting them to have a lot of good competition in NACE as well.
oh well. Yeah, no. So league tryouts happened back in November because we had to submit our roster for CELO. We are not competing in NACE for this semester just because the schedules are conflicting, and we've done the 2 games a week thing, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where we would rather CELO is the bigger tournament. We get league unlocked. We play all the teams in our region as well as all the big teams and stuff like that. So we would rather have that experience. And the development tournaments are kind of like one of those special things where everyone competes in it. I don't know any league team that's we're just not playing in CELO.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where that is the premier tournament. So we're participating in that. We're not gonna do the NACE or NACC or anything like that. And so our tryouts, I talked about them back when they happened. They were good. We returned almost all of our players except for one. We ended up having an incoming freshman who are not Pizza's sophomore, freshman. I don't
don't know either.
I don't really know, but he had attended the school, left, fixed his grades, came back, and is a phenomenal student from what I hear now, and also a really good top laner. So we're happy to have him around. Yes. We had our first scrims, and essentially we're playing around Pizza. that is our goal. We're playing around Pizza. He's kind of that I relate him a lot to Lem. He's just he can just hard win you a game or just hard lose you a game depending on how he plays. So it's one of those things I have those two coin flip players top side. It's if I get them both ahead, the game's over.
Yeah, so, if this team hits on all cylinders, it's going to be pretty crazy. So
yes, which we're working on strategies. I've worked with Lem a little bit because we want to change things up a little bit. And I posted. I know in the Michigan esports coordinators thing, it's we're playing topside. I'm letting you guys all know ahead of time we're playing topside, and feel free to try and stop us, but we're playing topside. So I'm really looking forward to the games and seeing how this new team kind of performs. We also have a bunch of seniors, so that's kind of feels bad.
Yeah, that is rough. We're thankful that they've been around for quite a while.
Correct.
But it's going to be a rough graduation semester. Hopefully going into the new building and that kind of stuff, we can get some, stellar recruits to help replace the star talent that we've had on this team.
Yeah, I think we're graduating 3 people off our league team, so it's sad. It's sad to see them go because most of them have been here as long as I've been here too.
Yep.
So it's we're all going
a
together.
lot of those, I think 2, if not all 3 of them, have been here since back when I was a student.
Yes.
So
yes,
we're glad to see graduate. That's why you guys are here. Right? So
yeah. Okay. So I was around I listened to a lot of the tryouts, and most of the teams are fairly happy with how things went. We structured tryouts a little bit differently as far as I know I told you about this for the A teams and B teams. So I'm sorry guys if your last game your tryouts were miserable because we've had a lot of people who I believe I should have been on this team. It was just a bad tryout, whatever. And then we have the A team always play the B team of what we think the A team and the B team will be for tryouts, and it's usually pretty clear who's supposed to be on one team. No one really complained this year as far as I know. I haven't had anybody complain of I should have been on the Crimson team when they got stomped.
We pour a lot of time and energy into those gold rosters as
Correct.
well. So it's not just I've had players in the past say I've had people who are unranked in Overwatch couldn't even compete in ranked and try out for the team, and it's hey we'll be fantastic. We'll get you. You'll sub for the B team. We'll be happy to get you some playtime. And they're I didn't make the A team. I'm you're not even starting. You have played the game so little, and everyone else has put so much time and effort in. They've improved a ton. They've been here working with me on coaching strategies for a while. So it's you don't just get the spot, right? But on the flip side of that, if you've been here for a while and you've been grinding and putting the time in, that also doesn't guarantee it either. If a new player, a freshman comes in and just is great and phenomenal and they can do that, that's kind of that's why we do tryouts every single semester. Is you got to earn your spot. That's something I genuinely believe in. Is show up. earn your spot. And if you earn it every semester, I earned that spot. I played on this team. I deserve to be here. So.
And for the most part, we do promote our gold teams to the Crimson. I'm
Correct.
just like thinking on the league team, every single player that's currently playing on the league team played on the gold team at one point.
Yep.
Every single one.
Overwatch roster. We've had a couple, and we had 2 freshmen who walked on the team who haven't played before, but everyone else was from the gold team.
Yeah. So it is a way to get to the A team, and also getting in front of us and practicing and showing how hard you work, and
Yes.
that also doesn't hurt.
And it shows us how you are as a teammate as well, right?
Correct.
If you're a bad teammate there and,
Right.
and you are really close to, if you're the best player ever, okay, there's a chance we might have to take you. But if it's even close and one player won't mess up the team synergy and one player will, I'm going to take the player that won't.
Correct. All right. So plans for the upcoming semester is next topic. I'm super hyped for this because this is one of the things that I had a lot of experience when I was coaching in the national leagues and content and reaching out to students and trying to get them to work. I'm trying to word this properly. So we are looking for students to help us edit videos for all of the games. They will be YouTube videos, 5 to 10 minutes long, plus YouTube Shorts, TikToks. We're also looking for people to gather stats, which is
Yes.
just essentially take the post-game screens from the stream, or if we send them to you, compile the stats. We're looking to make player cards for the individual players. Mainly Crimson team. We might do a couple Gold team if we get the stats, but it's a little bit harder because those games aren't streamed.
Correct. Yeah, we're trying to get 1 stats person total right now to kind of do all of the games. So if you are interested in that, if we get more people who are interested, we can start to look at those deeper dive stats.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, it's just like grabbing screenshots from the end of games, putting it in there, pulling that up, and then helping us display that data in the most accurate and representative way.
Yep, and that would be something cool for the players as well to have at the end of the year. Be like, yeah, this is all my stats of the year. There you go.
I know a lot of the other leagues, like I know the WAC, the Hoosier Athletic or Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, where Lords and Aquinas are in. They do that for all of their matches. They grab every single stat. They actually go even more than just the end screens. In Overwatch, they would hold tab on every single person, grab every single person, get all the stats from everyone. But they were doing that as a conference as a whole. So we're looking to get to that point eventually. But right now we're just using funnel scoreboards because it's easier to grab that information. And we only have 1 person running stats, and we only have 1 person running stats.
That's what most of the stats people care about are anyways.
Correct.
Win, loss, the kills, deaths, assists, and damage for Overwatch players. Or healing done or whatever.
Yes. But that'll all be on. I mean, they build the scoreboard to have the important stats.
Correct. So. Correct. Yes. So please sign up. Either DM me if you want a quick response, or Jono if you don't care how long it takes. Yes. And that's not a shot at Jono. I'm looking at his DMs, and he's got
mine are mostly clear now.
15 unreads currently.
Yeah,
so,
that's better than it was. It was 40 this
morning.
morning, so we got through most of them.
Yes, my DMs are not nearly that busy, so feel free to reach out to me instead. Yes. So
we are looking for people. We're trying to get 1 person per game to do editing, and eventually we might look to up that. As far as I know, we have people who are interested in making TikTok content, YouTube short content as well. Yeah. We're going to focus first on the 16x9 stuff for Twitter, YouTube. But then if we have, talent and time left over, then we're going to start to make those adjustments towards those as well. We're also looking for a social media manager. Right now we run a Twitter, and it's not great, and we're aware of that. But we're trying to get into not only just Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and push stuff on our Facebook page as well. I know a lot of students don't use Facebook pages, but people's parents do. Yep. And it's really nice to get in touch, show your parents what you're doing by sharing this stuff on the Facebook page. So we'll be looking, if any of you guys are interested in that, it would help us out a ton. And again, all this stuff is paid work. So we can get you guys in, we can get you guys paid as students to do all this stuff.
Yes, and I think we might need at least 1 more person to watch the room as well during games.
I'm not 100% sure yet. It'll depend on the scheduling. I think we should be okay, but we'll check that out.
I'm also just throwing that out there.
We also have you.
Feel free to reach out. Yes. All right. So, Valorant games tonight. We talked about it already. Valorant team's gonna be good.
They are the best skill-based, skill team on. They're the highest ranks for their individual game out of any team on Fairs. This team is insane, and we're excited to see how that put that to the test. This is I think it's pretty much the same roster as last semester. So I could be wrong.
I don't know that for sure. I'm not going to say anything.
But yeah, they are coming out looking strong, and they're ready to take it to them tonight.
I know they're practicing basically every night because I see them in the room basically every night. they need to get a little bit more healthy hours to be practicing, as far as not from
Yes.
midnight to 4 in the morning.
It was
but, you know,
the first week, which, is typically syllabus week, so I understand
Yeah.
having some extra free time. I'm assuming once they kind of get homework and stuff to do, that they focus on that first. That's a requirement
Absolutely.
here. And yeah, take it to them. Also, coming up this semester, we've got the Michigan Mammoth Bowl,
Uh-huh.
the SegCon 100-person land, which is already booked out. 2 hours,
Correct.
100 people booked out.
Correct.
And then the GLIAC Championship as well. So the GLIAC Championship is going to be the weekend before SegCon in February. So like 3 weeks from now.
Okay.
So
We are very busy.
yes,
We are. I don't even want to think about
this
it. to be
semester
honest.
is going to be crazy.
On top of me graduating.
Yes.
Uh,
So we're also looking to partner with local high schools,
correct.
get our students in there coaching your students, helping you guys build the program up. We've had a couple of really close high schools reach out, and so we might even be able to get some of the high schoolers into the practice facility to play their matches because those schools don't have the equipment for it.
Mhm.
And it's nice to just get them used to being on campus, show them kind of the cool stuff that we have here.
Yes. And if you want to try out for our esports season,
Yeah.
feel free to join the Discord. All of our tryouts are over for the semester, but there's always, you know what they say, there's always next year.
Yes, and the more you get involved, the more you get hanging out with the guys and playing on the teams, guys and gals, which I should say. But the more likely it is that you make the teams next year, right? You
Correct.
play with the better players, you get beat by the better players, and you slowly learn to improve from there.
That's right. And also, there's plenty of roles inside the club that are not actually playing on the teams.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. Especially now with all this paid stuff.
Correct.
And with those type of work, we're trying not to have people on the rosters
Correct.
do those, because the rosters typically take extra time. So if it's something that you feel like you can do both, awesome. But also we would rather have you focus on school and focus on the roster you're playing on than focus on work. So if you're interested in helping out with one of the games, but you don't want to necessarily try out for the team, that's a great way to do so.
And you gotta have balance. You gotta have free time that's
Correct.
away from everything. And if your extra free time is doing more work,
Yes.
you might be in esports. No, I'm kidding. It's not healthy for just college social life. So go out there, be smart, and be responsible, but also have a good time.
Networking is a big part of college, and
Yep.
part of networking is just hanging out, eating pizza, playing.
Yes,
People,
complaining
so-
about how poor and how awful the food is.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Speaking of awful food, just kidding. Speaking of food,
Stop
But-
much.
make sure to tune in tonight at 9 p.m. to our Valorant stream. It's
Mhm.
going to be fantastic.
Absolutely.
First showcase of this team. So
Absolutely.
this
And also
semester.
clip stuff and send it to us.
Yes, clip stuff. We're getting all of the VODs moved to YouTube. We started doing that last semester,
Yeah.
and some of them slipped. But this semester, we'll make sure that it happens.
Perfect. Well, that's it.
Take care, everyone. Play
Thanks.
smart, play together.